Okay, let me quickly ask you this. With what we have on ground now, a lot of people are online and you know, looking at the administration of former President Obasanjo and that of President Jonathan.
Yeah.
President Jonathan spending about 5 years, and Obasanjo spent 8 years. These years, if you make a comparison, who would you say performed better?
Well, like I said, for me, I believe that Nigerians are in a very good position to put these years side by side and make their judgments. But what I detest strongly is an attempt for Obasanjo now to want to assume the role of the conscience of the nation, to want to appear as a social crusader, as somebody who loves the people of Nigeria. Let me give you an instance. For 8 years, Obasanjo was president of this country. The road from Lagos to Ibadan here, he was playing all kind of hanky-panky with it. That road is under construction now. 8 years, not do it. The road I met his own farm in Ota. 8 years, could not fix it. He was flying helicopter down to the place. And then we now saw the way the president library, hotel, go to Abeokuta today. 5-star hotel, the best hotel in this country is Abeokuta. And you come up by all those things. So he had the opportunity to fix this country. The kind of money Nigeria made out of us during those 8 years, we didn't make that kind of money between 1960 and 1999. What did you do with the money?
So if you had to rate former President Obasanjo rated President Jonathan below average. If you had to rate Jonathan, how would you rate him?
Well, for me, you see, the current president, when he came to power in 2011, the question of having to fight insurgency was not a campaign issue. Given the reduction of the governable space in Nigeria today, because even, okay, somebody who has gone to build 10 universities in the north, but she can say that, no, Boko Haram, we don't want, burn down schools, burn down everything. Today's insurgency, killings here and there, is even enough distraction. Obasanjo did not have the kind of situation. Obasanjo, we did not have this kind of ungovernability in Nigeria in those 8 years of Obasanjo. So Obasanjo had more space, more resources, more governable space to put things in place for this country, which did not do because he was pursuing self.
So if Obasanjo rated Jonathan below average, what would you rate Jonathan?
Well, I rate him above average.
Interesting. With all of this thing that we have on ground, because you understand that we have challenges.
Challenges. That look, in terms of, I just told you for my own region. I still went through Lagos by now, especially yesterday. They are working for both ends of that road. In 8 years, what all Obasanjo was trying to do was to give that road to his friends. They do one PPP today, one concession tomorrow, one kind of the rest. But that road is being fixed today.
All right, let's quickly take a listen to the former president Olusegun Obasanjo recently also at a book, an occasion in Abuja. He made a statement, he made several statements actually about the present administration and what he thinks could be done better. This one is about the economy of the nation.
Economy is in the doldrums, if not in reverse. The often quoted GDP growth neither reflects on the living condition of most of our people, nor on most of the indigenous industries.
President Olusegun Obasanjo saying that the economy of the nation is either in doldrums or in reverse. Do you agree with that?
Well, there's no doubt today that we have challenges to our economy. I don't think...
So you agree with President Obasanjo on this?
On the economy?
He's saying the fact.
In terms of, when you look at, people are facing hard times, no doubt. Because the kind of, the purchasing power of the people, even in terms of job creation, we still need to do more. A lot of our young people are unemployed. But in his 8 years, what did he do? When Obasanjo came to power in 1999, the incidence of poverty in Nigeria was 46%. By the time Obasanjo was leaving, incidence of poverty has gone to 76%. But even in spite of that, there are also areas where have made improvements. As at the time Obasanjo was leaving, life expectancy in Nigeria was 46%. For 6 years. It has moved to 52 now. So, clearly, like I said earlier on, Nigerians have to demand good governance. They must continue to impress on their leaders that they are not, they want better development. But the point I'm making is that it does not lie. Obasanjo should just, in fact, in more decent climes, and I said it sometime last year, that I believe also that this government is not doing enough in fighting corruption. Because if this government is seriously fighting corruption, somebody like Obasanjo should not be gallivanting about today. It should be explaining this year of stewardship.
That could be insulting to the person of Obasanjo.
It's not.
No, when you say it's gallivanting, that could be insulting.
Of course, it's moving up and down, giving lectures about democratic governance and the rest, corruption and the rest. When, I mean, all he acquired as one of these country in 80 years were they from his salary.
All right, let's take a listen again to former President Obasanjo on the issue of corruption, which, of course, he made that statement also at that particular event in Abuja.
The old saying goes that fish starts to rot from the head. If the head is rotten, there's nothing left of the body. The legislature, which shrouded its corruption in the opaque nature of its budget, have been encouraged through direct payment of money to the legislature to cover up wrongs done by the executive, thereby making the legislature fail in its oversight responsibility. They indulge in extorting money from departments, contractors, and ministries in two ways on the so-called oversight responsibility.
That's it. So on the issue of corruption, the legislature and the executive under President Jonathan, that's what he has underlined again.
Well, even for those legislators, Obasanjo, I read that you can actually call them thieves and looters. Unfortunately, on the latter side, those ones are also jumping fence. And in my part of the country, when a man begins to jump fence, he says a thief. But on a more serious note, this is what I was concerned about President Obasanjo. In that National Assembly today, that's calling Assembly of Looters and Thieves, is a man who was caught smuggling money out of this country with real jets under Obasanjo. Obasanjo was petroleum minister for 80 years in this country. As president, he didn't appoint a petroleum minister for most of his years. What happened was that he promised transparency, and I think the Oba of Lagos told him that at this event. He promised us that the transparency in the oil industry. The oil industry in Nigeria under Obasanjo as minister remained opaque to date. He is the right-hand man when he was running that ministry. He's in that National Assembly. Don't forget there was a time when Olusegun got up on the floor of the Senate and said there are criminals in these chambers. Did Obasanjo tell him that he did not know all this when he was president? He said that they are not making their budget transparent. Why did he not? The man said that put up EFCC. Why did he not ask them to put it in a transparent manner? And yet, the same also man who was also corrupting the assembly.
If you say that Obasanjo should not be talking, should not be the conscience,
no,
should not be the elder statesman in this sense that we're talking about, what are the kind of people then, if we have a president who has governed this country for 80 years as a civilian president, so what are the people that we should be talking about here?
Oh, the people who can talk in Nigeria today are people who have not put their hands in iniquity. The people, I mean, some people went to Obasanjo and said he's their navigator. Obasanjo cannot be navigator for Nigeria. He belongs to an odious past. He should not, I mean, we should begin to have some moral columns. You see, there are three reasons why iniquity thrives in this country. One, lack of morality. Three, lack of legal enforcement, law enforcement, and 3, lack of sociological caution. Morality, that was personal thing that, okay, if I do this is wrong. The legal thing is that you know that if you cross the line, the law will take care of you. Our laws do not take care of offenders. And the last one, sociological, the society will frown. It's because our society does not frown at bad behavior. That's why Obasanjo can still be going about and be giving lectures on corruption.
On a final note, now, before I allow you to go, with what we have on ground, you seem to agree with what Obasanjo said. You are not just happy with the messenger. That's what.
No. Look, the question is that there are challenges, like I said, but
some of which he pointed out.
Well, for his own selfish thing, not in an altruistic manner. There are challenges this country today which we must face up to, which the ship must face up to. But all Obasanjo is trying to do, there's no challenge that we are facing today that will not face stand under Obasanjo. All
right. Thank you so much, Goodluck, for joining us on the program today. I really appreciate the time that you've taken to. We'll take a moment now, and when we return, we'll get some other perspectives to this master. Stay with us. We'll be right back.